Perfect Days, the 2023 film from director Wim Wenders, tells an unusual story about someone we very rarely see on screen, a custodian who cleans restrooms. Through the story, which flows in vignettes rather than an A to B narrative, we watch a film showing how someone can live a meaningful, actualized life. Wim Wenders, the German director of Perfect Days, often makes films about characters in search of meaning. In Paris, Texas, we follow a lone man reconnecting with his son and his goal to reunite his family. In Wings of Desire, we follow an angel considering making the leap from being a witness to humanity to being a part of humanity. Wenders chose to make Perfect Days after an offer to shoot a series of short films about public toilets in Tokyo to coincide with the 2020 Summer Olympic Games. Instead, he took this offer and wrote a full-length feature about a cleaner named Hirayama, played by Japanese acting legend Yakujo Koji. In the film, we follow Hirayama's routines, walking early to begin his job, cleaning public toilets, sleeping on a simple tatami mat in a simple dwelling, reading books bought from a used bookstore, and listening to his old cassette tapes. Yet, through these routines, Wenders reveals Hirayama's life as one he owns and accepts. Through interactions with different characters, we see these characters struggle in their own lives because even as they succeed, it's never enough. In a world where everyone tries to live in their own story, what many online call main character energy, Hirayama and his narrative offer an antidote with a calming present tense film. This film evokes Ozu Yasuhiro, the famous Japanese filmmaker that heavily influenced Wim Wenders. Ozu was famous for portraying a changing post-war Japan, a country rebuilding itself, becoming more modern, and in some ways becoming more disconnected. Parents struggle in Tokyo's story on a trip to visit their family. Instead of things as they know it, their kids and their grandkids have a different routine and rhythm driven for a kind of world they feel left out of. These Shoshimi Eiga, or lower middle class films, and their themes of meaning versus meaningless influenced Perfect Days. In Perfect Days, the film asks, what are the necessities to having a meaningful life? Would you clean toilets if you could live your best life? Perfect Days complements the concept of ikigai, popularized in Hector Garcia's and Francesc Miralles' book of the same name. Ikigai refers to a kind of life meaning people have, what, quote, brings value and joy to life. Quote, Ikigai is a state of well-being that arises from devotion to activities one enjoys, which also brings a sense of fulfillment. The routines Hirayama engages in connect with this ikigai concept, a devotion to activities that also lead to fulfillment. Throughout the film, we see Hirayama stop to take photos of komorebi with his film camera. Komorebi describes the way a tree looks when sunlight passes through its leaves. Perfect Days connects Hirayama's action and his other routines with the Japanese concept of mono no arare, or the impermanence of things. Taking photos, listening to music, reading used books, these are part of Hirayama's acceptance of impermanence and enjoying a present way of life that he accepts cannot last forever. Perfect Days earned the Best Actor award at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival. It also, despite the German Wenders as a director, became Japan's entry for the Academy Award International Best Feature Film. In a world that demands constant attention and that feels overwhelming, Perfect Days offers a slower take, a character who tries to find moments such as lunch with his camera to pay attention to only one thing and luxuriate. Even if Hirayama appears to have a slow, imperfect life, by giving each moment meaning, it feels more alive.